Hey folks, it's Tom, Frugal Prepper. I just thought I'd kind of bring y'all along, show you some of what I do on the weekends. Today I got Buick I'm working on, and there might be a Caravan coming with an electrical issue, and there's some other cars that are kind of iffy, but the main goal of the day is to get the old Buick done. So let me show you what's going on. First thing I'm going to do here is just set up my light. Shop light that I made myself. The bracket is from, I think, the Gasket or somewhere, and then this is just a cheapy light from Rural King. It'll clip on here, and then you can kind of move it around where you want it, and you can kind of twist it down like that. And we'll plug her in. Boom, let there be light. Alright, so first we're just going to pull off this engine cover. Put it off to the side. And we basically got to just pull all this crap off. Best way to do this, I think, is just to go ahead and take these wires loose on the coil pack. Out of the way. And then we're basically just going to start pulling stuff off slowly but surely. And what I'll normally do is leave the throttle body on. I won't mess with that guy any more than I have to. I'll just take that loose. Get that loose. Get a screwdriver and take that loose. Kind of move you guys around so you can see a little better here what I'm up to. So how about that election? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? That's already loose. Alright. Kind of crazy. It looked like the Trump was going to win, and then they changed it up on us. Changed it up on us. Oh well, it doesn't really matter to me who the president is. It just really doesn't make that much of a difference in my life. Although the Obamacare really fucked things up for me, but we'll just have to see what happens. Meanwhile, what I do is I keep working. Because the government ain't going to take care of you. The government is not going to take care of you, and if you do get into a position where the government can take care of you, it's never good. You know, they want so much crap, and they're just going to take care of you just good enough to keep you dependent on them. Man, this darn thing. I'm trying to get this out of here without breaking the connector. These things start to get kind of fragile after a while. Come on. It should slide back, and you should just be able to push on it. There we go. Okay. Finally. Alright. So we just have to kind of get all these connectors and stuff loose. It's been a minute since I've actually done one of these. But I do believe we got to pull out. Yeah, we gotta pull the injectors out. We gotta pull those off. So I'm just basically I'm working these injectors loose. This wire loom's getting a little old and breaking apart, as it normally does. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just have to get this stuff loose wherever it needs to be loosened up at. Some of that's just pain in the butt. And so this, I'm just going to try to take this bracket loose. And I'll try to keep that kind of back out of the way. And we'll have to take all this loose. We got to take the alternator off. And this will have to come off. This plug wire loom holder. Alright, good enough. Alright. And so we got that. What I want to do before I go messing with that is disconnect the negative on the battery. I need a 10-10. Oh. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready to rock and roll with this alternator with some 15s and some 13s. I'm just gonna reach down in here to our tensioner. Oh, that's a 50. All right. Get it going in the right direction. Which normally, if I'm pulling the alternator off, I'll leave the belt sitting all carefully right under it so it stays in place. But I've got to tear the timing cover off, so this is all coming off. So it don't really matter. That comes off. We got this connector back here that has to come off, but we'll take this off first. And the other side of this bracket should be held on with a couple of 10 millis down here. Well, there's one 10 milli. Okay, I guess on this car it's one 10 millimeter. I'm pretty sure some of the other 3800s have a couple of 10 millis down in there, but me get this wiring harness kind of out of the way. There we go. That bolts out. This bracket comes out. And now we're ready to take off these two 15s. Normally I'd probably be a little more careful as to what bolts went where, but I've honestly tore apart enough of these now that I know by heart where bolt goes where. So I don't have to worry about it. Come on. We got one down here. Then we got this one kind of tricky one here. Let me show you. So we've got this one that's a 15 that's right here by this idler pulley, and you'll just have enough clearance to get in there. Usually beside that idler pulley to get to it. When the belt's off of the pulley, you won't have enough clearance with the belt sitting on top of that pulley. Might be time to rock some air tools before long, I'll tell you. Come on. There we go. Now we can lift this up and out of the way. Oh, there's one more wire. Right off here. 3-wire connector. Gotta pull this little plastic clip up out of the way. Somehow here. Hang on. That clip's been broken. It looks like. Yeah. Well, it's still in there, but it's breaking apart fast. Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Stuff gets kind of fragile after a while. Man. Ah, crap. Come on, baby. Yeah. She's all broke. Alright, I'm going to try to just go down in front here and unlock this connector if I can. There it goes. It's still got the clip part in front, so it'll still lock back in. Stuff just brittle as can be. Alright. Alright, so now that's out of our way. Now we gotta pull the fuel injectors off here, pull this rail off, pull the upper intake off, all that fun stuff. So let me get to it. So what I want to do next is Basically, I'm going to go ahead and unplug this EGR valve. Come on. There it is, okay. Unplug that. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this purge solenoid too. Let's get as much of this wiring kind of backing out of the way as possible. Let me get this purge solenoid to come off. Come on, there we go. Okay. We do have this that can come apart too. If I can get this out of here. There, okay. It's brittle. There, okay. But that's not going to get me anywhere because, honestly, I'm not going to be able to get that. This goes on down. So I'm not going to be able to pull that whole harness back over, which is okay. I don't even know what the heck this crap is. Some kind of magnet thing. Somebody nylon zip tied on there. Probably one of those fuel economy saver things or something. I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's pull these injectors loose. Come on. There, that one's off. That one's off. There, that one's off. Okay. And we got one more little push pin for this wiring harness. Come on. There. Okay, that looks good. Now I think we're ready to pull a fuel rail up off of here. And so we just got 4 10mm bolts that we got to take out. We do have a vacuum line for the brake booster here that comes off. Get that out of here. Now what I'm going to do is just get the blow nozzle and blow all this crap out of here. Just don't want all that dirt floating down in the engine. I'm not sure what my air tank's down to. Let me turn it on. Alright. Got me some more coffee in my Holiday World mug. It's early. It's like, I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was up till 2 a.m. last night troubleshooting a CAN bus that was shortened to ground on one leg. I found it though. Okay. So now we're ready to pull out the fuel injector rail. Just get down here with the 10mm and rock it. Oh man. I don't know if I can do this without a snap-on ratchet. I don't know, it might not work. I don't have a snap-on extension, I don't have a snap-on socket, I don't have a snap-on ratchet. I should probably just quit while I'm ahead. Don't have any snap-on tools. It's not good. Just trouble. Can't do a professional repair without snap-on tools now. Or at least Mac or Mako. Because Mako is just the same Chinese, Taiwanese shit you buy everywhere else, you know. Okay, so now we're ready to kind of pull this up out of here. And we just have to kind of wiggle it and jiggle it. Maybe get a pry bar. And it should come up out of there. Should come up out of there with the injector still on it. That boot's staying on. Uh-oh. Might have a broken injector. I've never had one of these come out quite this hard before. They usually pop right up. Maybe try turning the injector side to side a little bit, help them kind of break loose. Sometimes I find on these injectors you're better off just to spray them down a little penetrating lubricant. I'll wiggle that lubricant in them. Okay, looks like we got one injector that came apart down here. I got it. We'll have to go to the junkyard and get another one. I got another one that came apart. Damn. Okay. So we got 2 injectors that came apart. I got it. I don't know if that'll snap right back on there. It might. I think it will. Yeah, it pushes back up on there. Okay, good. Okay. I don't know. I think our kit might come with new injector O-rings. Okay. But I think it seals tight enough that it'll be okay. sometimes when you're working on the old cars, you just gotta go with the flow, man. You just gotta go with the flow. All right. Now we'll pull this upper intake off. I'm gonna need an 8 milli for that. It's either 8 milli or it might be 3/8. I can't remember. No, it's 8 millimeter. Some of these I think are 3/8 on the older ones, so, and the newer ones they switched it up. So, all right, I'm gonna have some more coffee. Oh yeah. Coffee makes it all better. And basically all I do is just, you know, take this injector rail. I'll get a bungee cord and kind of tie it off to the side or something here. Let's see. Oh, I got these little things. So what I'll do is just wrap that around here like so. And we'll wrap that around, post up here. Keep that kind of off to the side, out of our way. All right. So now, I believe we are ready just to get all these bolts out for the upper. Alright, I'm tired of messing with this. Let me get the air tools out. Time to rock and roll it. Man, this is a Cheap Harbor Freight air ratchet. I don't know if it's going to do the job. I don't know if it's going to turn these bolts or not. Guess we'll have to see. I might have to go find a snap-on truck real quick. After all, I'm just a do-it-yourselfer. Well, so far it's taking the bolts out and it's not even a snap-on. Amazing. It's like a freaking miracle. Sorry about that. I've been trying not to use the air tools because, you know, the compressor kicks on and I can't talk to y'all. But I gotta get this done sometime today. Oh, we got this one perch hose that we have to get loose. Alright, now we're ready to lift her up out of here. Alright, there's the upper intake. Now we just gotta get the lower one off, which that's gonna require pulling this and losing some coolant. And I do believe that we gotta take the tensioner assembly and all that off, which we have to take that off to get the timing cover anyway. So I might as well start pulling that crap apart. Oh hell. Alright, so we got a couple of 10 millimeters. Take off right back here where these hoses are. Yeah, at least it went all the way through. And this one is always a fun one because you got it's back behind. So there's no way to get a socket back there. You got to get a wrench back there. Go ahead and take this one out. You're going to leak coolant. So you're going to want to leak coolant. Let her leak over there. Just don't dump it down the intake. Might be a good idea to take these off before you take off the upper intake, but oh well. Tuck these up under the wiper. Okay, now I gotta get a 10 millimeter ratcheting wrench. Oh, we got a Williams ratcheting wrench. That's close enough to snap on, isn't it? This should do the job. Maybe. And they got this freaking hose right in the way. There we go. GM, what are you thinking? You should have made this bolt go on the other side. Alright, this is starting to annoy me. There's all this crap in the way. I can get it out with my fingers. Okay, there we go. That one's out. Yeah, try to dump it down the intake. Alright. Now we'll put this belt on up out of here. It's going to come all the way out anyway. And we're going to have a pile of coolant on the floor no matter what, so I'm not worried about it. There's just no way to catch all the coolant on a job like this. It just isn't. So now we're ready to take these bolts out, these 15 mils. There's one here, there's a couple down under here, and then this assembly will come out, and there's these coolant elbows that run through the tensioner. So just be careful of those. I think these are 15s. Man. There it goes. And we got one down here. It's kind of hidden. That one, and then we got one right here. That's right by this pulley. Doggone it. I'd rather not have to take the pulley off, but I might. Okay, there's that one. That should be all three of them. Yep, now this is loose. So now you just got to kind of wiggle this out nice and slow to get the coolant elbows to come with it. Might have to give it a little persuasion. There goes the coolant. Alright. Now we're ready to pull that lower intake off. I'm going to need to throw some oil dry down. It's going to kind of suck because I got to get down there on the floor to pull the harmonic balancer out. But it will. Cardboard boxes, baby. That's what we need. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just work on getting this lower intake loosened up. These are the ones that are 3/8. 3/8 socket. Let's see if it'll do it. Wow, those things are really in there, aren't they? Hang on. Alright, here we go. Dang, that thing's in there. This is, I forgot to hit record, but I already took all the intake bolts out with the 3/8. And now I gotta get this thermostat housing loose. Oh, there. Man, that thing was in there, I'll tell you. And then this little cable connector has to come off. Get to the bolt underneath. There we go. Okay, and there's a couple of hidden ones back here and here. They're going to be under the oil, and there's one here, and there should be one over here, but I already got that. I think that might be it. Okay, so let me get this one. Oh, hang on, I gotta go back to 3/8. Okay, there should be one here under the oil. One under this oil. Okay, and I think that's it. There's not one in these. One here. And there should have been one over here. Yeah, there's one more right down there. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Yay. Now we should be ready to pry this sucker up out of here very carefully. There is, oh, there's a bolt on the EGR tube we gotta take off. Right here. Right there. It's a 15. Oh, we're gonna get this one out. We got the snap on. No, maybe not. No, that's something smaller. Shoot. All right. Well, I got a Williams. It's close enough. Come on. Oh, if I only had a snap-on wrench. Darn it. Snap-on wrench would turn this bolt so much better. Okay, that's loose. All right. Okay. Now we should be ready to pop this thing up out of here. It's just a matter of getting her to pop up. Oh, you know what? We got one more bolt right there, don't we? Yeah. All right, let's get that out. What is that, 13? It's a 13. So we gotta get this bracket off of here. So we got another 13 on it right down here. Damn. Wow, that's on there. Let me tell you. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get a deep socket and a longer ratchet. There it goes. There's that. And that's out of her way. Okay. Now she's just glued on here, and so we just gotta get her out. She's starting to come. Let me do this some more. Make sure we don't have anything holding her up down here. No, we shouldn't. She's definitely loose. Okay, that's out. That's all out. I'm pretty sure all my bolts are out. It's loose. She's moving. Let me get another pry bar. Use them with a little more persuasion to it. Oh yeah. I'm really surprised this isn't coming up off of here. Let's see. There it goes. Just gotta be careful of that temp sensor. That's gonna come unplugged as it comes up out of here. Get this EGR tube out. Okay. There she goes. Okay, now I just want to unplug this temp sensor right here. Pull her up out of here. Alright. There we go. She just stuck on it really good. Here's our coolant passage. It's a little plugged up with shit, but not too terrible. But these gaskets have definitely seen their better days. No wonder they was leaking. You can see right over here, should we split, leaking. That would just be an oil leak. But you can see here where this is getting ready to leak coolant. And those would have been bad because they would have mixed with the oil. And she was leaking coolant out the sides too. So definitely time at 130,000 miles or whatever this got on it. Alright. Alright, that's an intake manifold off. All gaskets are off. We'll throw these in the trash and we'll get to cleaning up the intake manifold and surfaces. Now the heads are cast iron on this guy, so I don't have a problem using the Wizzy wheel to clean that up. And these I'll use a Wizzy wheel, but very, very lightly. You know, I don't have a problem using a Wizzy wheel as long as you're very careful and you're not taking material off. You know, you're fine using that on aluminum, especially on the intakes. So we'll get her done. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is just get down here, get that out of her way. I guess that wire could have stayed on the intake for the temp sensor. Oh well. I'm just going to come down here and put some towels kind of down in here to keep crap that I'm getting ready to clean off from going down into the engine as much as possible. And it keeps anything from falling down in there. That can always be a nightmare. So make sure the heads here are cast iron before I start whizzy wheeling them. Yep, it's cast iron. Alright. Okay. I'm going to pick this remaining piece of gasket or silicone out of the corners here, because we're going to re-silicone that. Don't want the old stuff getting in my way. That looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. There's a little bit of cleaning up that needs to happen in that corner. That all looks good. Alright, so just this corner. That looks good to me. Okay, so now, because there's some liquid in some of these holes, I'm just going to blow those out. Make sure I'm covered up real good here before I blow it out. Try not to get anything down there in the engine. That's good. Just make sure you don't leave your towels in there when you put the intake back on. It's going to make for a really bad day when you start it up. Just don't ask me how I know. Alright, now we're going to clean this one up. I'm just going really light with it, you know, just don't want to take any metal off. I just want to clean the surface. Clean this off with some brake clean and then see where we're at. Let me see, we need a little more. This is kind of pitted pretty good. And that's a coolant block off point. That is good enough. Now what I'm going to do is clean out these fuel injector ports with a wire brush, just because I want them to slide down in there nice and easy. What I like to use for this is a shotgun cleaning wire brush. See that little angle there? Hang on. There we go. And there still is just a little bit of buildup on that side, so let me clean that off here. Hang on, let's just... There we go, that's good. Alright. We are set to put this back together now. Just so you know, when they give you these gasket sets, they're going to give you the old style and the new style valley gaskets. They're going to give you 2 sets of O-ring gaskets for fuel injectors. This thermostat gasket's not used on this one. It uses this style and some other O-rings, but they do not give you this gasket. So don't take that off or you'll have to go buy one. They give you a little silicone, which you're going to put in the corners. And then, you know, we're ready. We're ready to go. I will go ahead and replace this thermostat gasket. even though that wasn't a problem. We'll go ahead and replace it. Maybe. Come on. Man, she don't want to come out of there. She's been in there a while. It'd probably be a good idea to get a new thermostat for this girl. Yeah, she's kind of getting off center right here. So we're going to go ahead and get a new thermostat for her too. So let me go in here and order that thermostat. Alright, so now we're ready to put some gaskets in place. This one takes the blue ones right here. They go into these little ridges. So you don't use those gray ones in the kit. Those are for the older ones. Okay. Now we just got to make sure that this lines up correctly. Here. And this has got these little tabs here, that little dimples that fit in. Sometimes you have to put those in afterwards. Hang on. Make sure all your passages are lined up. They are. Make sure nothing's backwards. I don't know what's going on with this. Hang on. Oh, okay. Yep. I don't know that these are the same. I think they might be, actually. Yeah, they're the same. So you can't put them on backwards. That's all good. I guess you could put them on upside down or something. Everything's lined up. Then we'll put these in. Maybe. Like so. Maybe those go in first. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I'm just about ready to take my towels out of there, but well, yeah, we're gonna take them out. Okay, now I just gotta put some silicone here in the corners. All right, use this tube I've already got open. Maybe. Oh, hang on, let me. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Now I got her open. Alright, there we go. We're good. Alright, now we're ready to drop the intake manifold down on there. We're ready to do it. And really, before I do this, I want to hook up this temperature sending wire. Alright. I'll drop her down there. One swoop as much as we can. Alright, she's down. Now we just gotta put our bolts back in. Alright, I found my 3/8 on my impact still. Alright. That's not one. There's one. There's one that goes down here. Down here. Okay, I think we're all good there. Now we're ready to just kind of do our final tightening on it. So I'm just going to start in the to the inside and work my way out. We'll go over here next. I'll go down to this one. We can go here next. I don't even know if I'm on it. Yeah. So what I do here, just so you know, is I tighten the bolt and I hold on to it with 2 fingers, my ratchet end, it gets it just about right. And I pull this until my fingers start to slip off. And then that's about right. Okay, now I'm just going to go over them all again, because the middle ones are going to have worked their way loose. Oh, I forgot one down here. Darn it. Well, at least it's an outside one that I forgot. Alright, we're all good there. We can go ahead and put this tube back in. That's the right bolt. Let me see. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Or it could be this one. Pretty sure it's this one. No, it's not that one. Okay. It has to be this one. I don't know what I do with my 13 rim. There it is. Alright, there's the lower intake is back on. Alright, before I get ahead of myself and put the upper on and forget this piece, we're going to put this metal bracket back in. It takes this one. And this one right here. I haven't looked to see if they decided if Bitey Man won yet or not. I went inside, had some lunch and a nooner. And now we're waiting to see. I just hope if Bitey Man wins, he don't try to take all the guns away. I don't like having guns. But, I think guns are important. You know, when things get really bad, sometimes you got to be your own first responder. You don't have time to wait for police. Or what if we hit a time when there just isn't enough police or any police, you know. I mean, generally I carry a small handgun just for my own personal emergencies, and then I got rifles and stuff in case, you know, stuff really hits the fan. Hopefully that'll never happen. Hopefully. But, yeah. And they said the Rona's getting worse. I don't know. I don't really worry about it. I figure if I was going to catch the Rona, I would have caught it by now. Because I'm constantly everywhere doing everything. So, I don't know. I did catch part of a speech by Biden. He's already talking about, like, you know, I need to lock stuff down for the Rona. Which is just, I think, a mistake. But what do I know? What do I know? Okay, so that bracket's back on and in place. Everything's good to go now to put the upper intake on. So let's go get the upper intake cleaned off and get it ready to go on here. Alright, so here's our upper intake gasket. A lot of times you can reuse these. You know. Oh, let me go see what the dogs are barking at. Hey! Alright. The dogs are barking at a guy walking down the street. So that's your whole gasket piece there. So what we're going to do is just clean off this surface around here. These kind of come down around here, but this is plastic. So we're just going to wipe that off really good with some brake cleaner and a towel. And then clean this surface off if it needs it. Set this to the side. We'll get out our upper intake gasket. Well, last one of these I believe came with that plastic tube. This one does not. So we'll have to save our plastic tube from the old gasket. And then they give you a new one for the throttle body. I don't remove the throttle body unless there's a reason to, so I don't worry about that. And the when you pull this out, you'll see that there was some gaskets left on the surface of the old intake, and that's actually these guys. They pulled through when you pulled it off. When I pulled it off, so those are built into the new gasket. And this goes around that tube that sticks out. Oh, and so now they put this gasket for the lower in this kit. Okay. So this used to be in the lower intake kit, and now it's in the upper. Felpro. Why? And really, that's all down in there beside that exhaust manifold now. I'm not worrying about it. That should... Felpro, if you're watching, this should be in the lower intake kit. It goes on the lower, not the upper. Stupid Felpro. Okay. Because I would have replaced that if I'd known I had it, I guess. I'll just have to watch out for that next time. But the old one wasn't leaking, so it'll be fine. Really, this doesn't need cleaned off really at all. Or very little. I mean, this is all going to seal it just fine. I'm just going to clean off around these guys.
Love you. I'll be back later.
Alright, love you too.
There's 3 pork chops in the oven.
Okay.
I think I'll be back before then, but just so you know.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Don't forget the pork chops in the oven. Pork chops. That's really about all this needs. It could probably use a little cleaning right up here. We'll give her a little cleaning right there. I can find my tool. thing. Let me get a better screwdriver. I'm not even sure if I should mess with this because it's liable to break. And then I'm in a pickle. There it goes, okay. Because we want to replace this O-ring right here if we can. Because it comes with a new one in the kit. And that one is getting kind of dry. There we go. All right. This goes down in here. Yeah. We're set. All right. All right. Now we just gotta get it up under that and set her down on there. Good to go. Make sure there's nothing in it. No wires. Anything pinched. And there's not. She's on there. Alright, now we're ready to put these back down on. Not that. Not that. Find my bolts. They're in here somewhere. It's these little 8mm ones. Yeah. Some of them are a little longer than others. These take the short ones, I'm pretty sure. Nope. 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 Takes the longer ones. Okay. And then the one real long one kind of fell under the car. I'll have to get it later. Oh, that's the thermostat one there, I think. Okay, hang on. There we go. And then there's one here and one super long one that's here. And so the only one I'm missing is that super long one for over there. Which we'll put that in here in a little bit. Go ahead and get this buzz down on here. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get that other long bolt. Oh, there's one more here. Hang on. There's one more short one. Goes right here. And it's gotta be one like that. I thought that was thermostat. Pretty sure that's a thermostat bolt. But these might be the thermostat bolts right here. Yep. Okay. So that must be that. Yeah, that one's, yeah. Let's loosen these back up. Get them all started. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that this bolt went right here. Hang on. This one goes right here. Okay, let me see if I can get that long bolt out from under the car here. I see where it fell. There it is. Found it. Yeehaw. Okay, now it goes right up here. Okay. What the heck? Hang on. Alright, there we go. So now I'm just gonna kind of hand tighten these and make sure that they're good to go. Oh, there we go. Oh, my son's here. Hang on. Alright, my son had to come over and give me some of his rent money. I always pay the rent by check for him. And he just gives me the cash. So, let's get a pick out. And find the right O-rings. And then we'll get these O-rings replaced on these fuel injectors. That's what it looks like right there. Alright, now let's find the right ones. These are bigger. And these are just right. Okay. We're going to take all these off. Yeah, like this one's definitely got a chunk missing out of it. So, definitely needs a replacement. Yeah, that one was broke. Uh-oh, looks like my wife's back with the groceries. I gotta go help carry in groceries. Alright, hang on. Alright, got all the groceries carried in now. Yeah, these things are pretty rough and hard to them, or broken. Definitely time to replace them. Okay. Yeah, so when my mom was over here, she was just saying they discovered the voting machines. They went and tested them in Arizona, and you were putting the vote in for Trump, and it was changing it over to Biden. They did it 4,000 times, and it changed a bunch of the votes over to Biden from Trump. And that they have those same voting software or whatever in 33 states. Oh boy. Let's just have an honest election, people. Just an honest election. It's not worth undermining America and the peaceful transition of power over one damn election. sounds to me like some people were convinced that Trump was not winning this time. Maybe there was some shenanigans going on. Alright. I don't know. I haven't seen it for myself yet. I don't know. But I don't have time to watch the news. Worry about the election. I got cars that need fixed and money to make. Alright, what I'm going to do is lube these all up with a little 5W30. Just to help the rings slide down in there. Nice and easy. Alright. Alright, she's in. Now we just gotta put our bolts back on. Our nuts. I'm sorry folks, my battery died. I don't know exactly where it died at. But this one's got 190 minutes on it, so it should be good. But I got the fuel injectors in. I put the new O-rings on and lubed them up. And now I put a little lube on this guy, and we're going to put that guy back in. If I can find the right bolt for him. And there it is. Alright. Where'd the bolt go? There's the bolt. There's the bolt. I found the bolt. Alright. There we go. Yeah, there's no way that's getting in there. That's on. Now we'll plug the connector back in. Bingo. Alright, so the rest of this harness I'm leaving loose for right now. Just because I gotta take this all loose anyway. So now we're ready to move on to getting the inner timing cover off. I'm going to go ahead and just clean things up a little bit and reorganize just a hair before we get started on that crap. I gotta get this crap off. Get here to this harmonic balancer and get it done and out of the way. Okay. just be able to tuck the rest of this around out of her way. Maybe. Come on, tuck out of the way. Tuck out. Come on. Darn thing. Anyway, we have enough room here. I just don't know if I can get the camera in here at the same time. Let's see. Okay, there's our harmonic balancer. So, what this is there's bolts under these. There's bolt holes. And what I have is this kit from OEM Tools. And this will outline, are the right size bolts to go in there. And now we just got to get the main bolt out. I got to figure out what size that is. It's not a 22. Is it a 24? It is a 24. So I'll pull that out here real quick with my impact. There we go. She is in there tight. Especially if they've never been out before. And then we're just going to put our harmonic balancer puller on. And these bolts will just fit right down in here. Hopefully. Okay. So there is this piece that has to go down in here. There we go. That's the spacer that goes against the crankshaft. Okay, that one's good. Now all we got left is this one to get on here. Just getting the threads all lined up. Okay, now we're all lined up. Now I gotta find my 9/16 socket. There it is. I'm going to throw my impact wrench down on low. There she is. Alright. Now, we just gotta pull this crap off. here. There it goes. Alright. One harmonic balancer removed. Okay, so now we've got to get this crankshaft position sensor loose. Hopefully. I'm going to need a screwdriver. Doggone it. Hang on. This does not want to come off. Let's see here. There it goes. Okay. There. Managed not to break it. That's good. And now we're ready to pull this thing off. But it's going to be a pain in the butt. As they usually are. Man, come on. There it goes. Finally. Okay, and then this has got this cable kind of wrapped up in it up here too. I have to get that loose. Or we can just unplug this camshaft position sensor right here and just kind of move this all off to the side together. There we go. Come out of there. Alright, there. Okay. Now that that's out of our way, we can remove the crankshaft position sensor, which is these two bolts right here, which are going to be some deep 13s. Alright. But what we can do first is go for these 3 oil pan bolts right here. Alright. Got me a shallow 3/8, and I accidentally grabbed a 14 instead of a 13. Darn it. Anyway, let's get these out. Yeah, it's coming. This one. I think this might have been done before because it is acting like this. I think it's way over silicone. You can see where it's oozing out the edges, and they're not that usually that way. And it feels like there's silicone on these bolts, so they don't want to turn by hand. They're not providing enough back drag for the ratchet, and they don't want to turn by hand. Okay, there's that one. Alright, now we just got to do this one. Here's that one. Okay. Now I just gotta get these other 13mm bolts out here. And alright, let me go get a 13mm deep socket. Okay. Clearly would have had this off already if I was using a snap-on socket. I'm sorry. It's taking me so long because I don't have any snap-on tools. So you have to remember I'm not a real mechanic. Just a DIYer. All right. Wow, come on. Crap. Alright, that bolt's just going to stay there for right now. Because I got to take this oil filter off. I don't know if I can get it by hand or not. But that'll have to come off. Because this oil pump and filter comes out with the timing cover. So I'm just going to leave this bolt in here loose. And we'll go work on the top for now. So like the first thing I got to do is get this water pump off. And I should have took these pulley bolts loose earlier before I did the... before I took the belt off, but I didn't. So what I'm gonna do is find me a spot where I can grab a hold of this, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, let me grab a hold of one of these bolts. And then I can break the other 3 loose. Alright, okay. So here we go. We'll go ahead and work on breaking these loose. Maybe. Oh, come on. There we go. One water pump pulley bolt. Two water pump pulley bolt. Three water pump pulley bolt. Four water pump pulley bolt. Water pump pulley. Yay. Now I believe these are all 3/8. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to break out the air tools. I think there's one more 8mm on the bottom. Or 3/8, I mean. Yeah, I'll move you guys over here a little more so you can see what I'm doing. Well, I'm working on the water pump, getting it off right here. So now you got some 10mm or 13s. I'm not sure which. Those must be 13s. Yeah, those are 13s, or probably half. But get this power steering pump off, because it's got to come off to get the water pump off. And then there's always one bolt on the bottom that's a burger to get to on these. But we'll try it. Let's see, you know what? I think I'm going to go for my 3/8 extra long with a 13 on it. And there it is. I got the wrench going the wrong way, but alright. Alright, I got the power steering pump off from the bottom. I had somebody come over. I had to try to program a radio for him. You know, Cavalier. It was coming up locked. You know, getting a no-com with the digital radio. And I'm going to find out. They pulled it out of a different year. And they're like, well, my car has 2 connectors, but the new radio only had 1 connector, so I plugged into 1 connector. I'm like, yeah, because the car you pulled it out of is CAN bus, and your car is low-speed LAN. So it's just not going to work. So we're going to see if they can get a different one. I asked them, too, I'm like, did you change any of the wiring or splice anything? Like, no. Well, there was another connector, you know. Oh, come on. You silly. There we go. Gonna pee some more. Alright, that should be it. The water pump should come off. That should be all the bolts. Nope, I got one more of these line bolts down here. What we're going to need to do is take this coil pack mount loose. This thing is kind of pain. A little bit more room on a Lucerne to do this than there is on a Lacrosse, but oh well, it'll work. That stupid thing. There's this one ground wire. Can't forget to put that back on. And then we got to go back in, get the bolt out. Okay. And there's another one down here. Okay. Now we should be able to pick this up, slide it off, move it out of our way. Hopefully. There we go. Pull it back all out of the way. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now we got to get our hose clamp off. And now I think we're ready to pull this inner timing cover out. Swing around so you can see where I'm at here with it. But basically I got to take this hose off. And then this whole inner timing cover comes out as a one piece. And I'm not sure if we gotta take the AC compressor loose or not. I don't think so. I think we have enough clearance to get to it without taking that loose, if I remember right. It's been a minute since I've done one. But, yeah. Fun times. Alright, now I gotta try to get this dang hose clamp to come loose. And it's in here in a terrible spot. Alright, now I got it turned a little. Come on. There we go. Now I just gotta get this to come off. There we go. Alright. Now we got two 15 millimeters or 13s here and here. I think I have to take those out next. Do 13s. Okay. Let's see if we can get these out with the air ratchet. Ooh. Hold on there. I don't know, I'm going to get a pry bar and try prying on it and see. If she comes on out now, I think she will. Come on, power steering pump, out of the way. Oh, there's one oil pressure sensor wire back there. Okay, there we go. Come on. I have to pull this coolant overflow tank out in order to get her out of here. Hang on. There we go. Now she's up out of there. There we go. Alright, let's take her over to the workbench. So I don't know if you can see this, but right here, all this crap that's built up, this is from leaking coolant from right down here. And so that's where it's leaking coolant. I've seen these get really ate away right here too, but this one's pretty good. But that's where the coolant seeps out and you have a leak, and it's a slow leak until all of a sudden it gives out completely, and you end up, it'll pull coolant out of there faster than you can pour it in. So just all this crap right here, it's all dried up coolant. So now we just got to clean this all up, take the oil filter off. It comes with new oil pump gaskets, so we're going to replace all that too and just get her done. I'm going to clean up a spot here to work. I'm going to take the oil filter off of it here. We're going to save that oil filter and reuse it, but I am going to change the oil when I'm all done. But I want to let it run for a little while with the old filter and oil in it, just to get out any of the little crap that, you know, fell down in the engine and stuff from all this. And then we'll change it with a new one and do a complete oil change. You probably would not have to change these gaskets, but since it comes with them, I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is your oil pump right here. So we're just going to clean this all off. And these gaskets are pretty brittle, so. Now, these bolts have to have a sealant on them when they go in. So what we're going to do is wire brush them off. Yay. Goes on there like so, and now I have to hang on, I gotta get the sealant. Sorry, I forgot to turn the camera back on, but I basically put sealant on each of those bolts and put them back in with the gasket on there. This is Loctite number 592 white sealant. That's what you're going to want for this. Okay, so now we just gotta clean off all this old gasket material here, and nothing too special about it. We're just gonna clean it off. So we got that all cleaned off good enough. I don't know where I put the new water pump gasket at. Oh, it's right here. This will be the steel and rubber one, which is the good one. That'll go back on here. So that's all good. Those paper ones really like to stick on there. Pain in the butt to get off. Okay, so now we're ready to do this main seal here. We got that's going to come out, and this new one's going to go in. There we go. And that's kind of hard, stiff. That's good. I guess we can clean off this water pump first. Alright, the camera lens was a little dirty there. I cleaned it off. I don't know how long it's been dirty for though. But yeah, we just gotta clean this all off. Alright. Just gonna go for it. I put a shot towel down up the oil pan there to help keep any big chunks from falling in there. Cleaned off, but I guess still have to clean down by the oil pan a little better and get the rest of that silicone off the oil pan, and then we're pretty much ready to put her back together. I need to clean off the seal a little bit better right down through here. See, there's just little layers of that seal still left. It was glued the hell on there with something, man. Well, I'm out of Wizzy discs, and pretty much ate that one up. So I'm gonna have to run over to Harbor Freight and get some more Wizzy discs, I guess. It's starting to get dark. It gets dark early now though, but yeah, man. It's just normally I can do this whole job with one disc. Oh well. I'll get her done. Alright, so I'm going to edit that up and make that probably part 1. And then we'll go for a part 2 tomorrow. Alright, talk to you later. It's Tom Crew.